This is the story of the day the Crusader States changed history. They say history is written by the victors. But what about the stories of those who don't make it into the history books? What if I told you there is a secret team of codebreakers who worked tirelessly in silence while the fate of the world hung in the balance? Welcome to my channel. Today we ray going back to a time when the outcome of wars was decided not by bombs or bullets, but by the power of intellect. Picture a dimly lit room filled with a rhythmic clatter of typewriters and the hushed whispers of men intensely focused on their work. This wasn't your typical office setting. It was a war room where every second counted. Here, amidst the tension and secrecy, a team of brilliant minds led by the enigmatic Alan Turing were engaged in a battle of wits. Against the Germans, their mission, seemingly impossible, was to crack the Enigma code, a cipher that had baffled even the best cryptographers of the time. Enigma, a machine that looked like a cross between a typewriter and a cash register, was the German secret weapon developed in the late 19th century. It was a marvel of engineering that could generate billions of letter combinations every day, making it virtually impossible to decipher German messages. For over a year, the Germans had used Enigma's unbreakable encryption to send sensitive information across Europe, leaving Allied forces in the dark about their plans. But this all changed on one fateful day in 1941 when Alan Turing and his team made a breakthrough that would not only shorten the war, but also lay the foundation for modern computers. Now you're probably wondering, who was Alan Turing? Why do we need to know about him? Well, hold on to your hats because we're about to embark on a journey through time to meet the man concept, dared to be the father of theoretical computer science and artificial intelligence. Born in London on June 23, 1912, Alan Turing displayed an early aptitude for mathematics and engineering. He developed a passion for solving puzzles and codes, which would later lead him to his groundbreaking work at Bletchley Park. In the years leading up to World War II, the British government realized the importance of breaking enemy codes to gain a strategic advantage. So they set up a top-secret facility called Bletchley Park, staffed with some of the brightest minds in the country. This was where Turing and his team of codebreakers would face off against the Germans and their infamous Enigma machine. But before we dive into the heart of the Enigma mystery, let's take a closer look at the machine that started it all. Imagine a metal box with a keyboard and a set of rotating wheels. That's essentially what Enigma was. When a message was being encrypted, each letter typed on the keyboard would be replaced by a different letter, according to a complex algorithm controlled by the rotating wheels. This process ensured that any intercepted messages appeared to be nothing more than a jumbled mess of letters. For the longest time, the Enigma machine was thought to be unbreakable. But Alan Turing and his team of codebreakers at Bletchley Park proved that it wasn't impossible. What makes this story even more fascinating is that they managed to crack the Enigma code without the aid of modern technology. They used what they had available, which was a lot less advanced than what we have now. Now let us delve deeper into the brilliance of Alan Turing and how he single-handedly turned the tide of World War II. At Bletchley Park, Turing assembled a team of mathematicians, linguists, and engineers who worked around the clock to find a way to break the Enigma code. They faced numerous challenges, including the ever-changing encryption settings and the sheer volume of messages generated by the Germans. But Turing was undeterred. Using his knowledge of mathematics and logic, he designed a machine called the bomb. Picture a room full of whirring gears and flashing lights. That was the sight that greeted anyone who entered the bomb room at Bletchley Park. The bomb was an electromechanical device that could test thousands of potential Enigma settings in just minutes. Up until this point, breaking an Enigma message took hours, if not days. With the bomb, the process was accelerated exponentially, allowing the Allies to stay one step ahead of the Germans. But the bombs weren't just any ordinary machines. They were incredibly complex devices that required skilled operators to program them correctly. Enter the codebreakers, a group of individuals with a unique skill set who could operate these machines and interpret the results. These brave men and women worked tirelessly, often without knowing the full scope of their contribution to the war effort. They were the unsung heroes of Bletchley Park, whose dedication and skill helped to turn the tide of the war. The impact of Turing's invention and the codebreakers' work cannot be overstated. According to historians, the information obtained through breaking Enigma may have shortened the war by 2 years, saving countless lives and ending the conflict sooner. The legacy of these brave individuals lives on in the world of computing today. Turing's contributions to theoretical computer science are still studied and celebrated worldwide. The Enigma codebreakers, on the other hand, remained largely unknown to the public until decades after the war ended. After World War II, the British government implemented a policy of secrecy surrounding Bletchley Park and its operations. This was done to prevent any potential enemies from learning about the methods used to break the Enigma code. The codebreakers were sworn to secrecy, and for many years, they can talk about their experiences at Bletchley Park with anyone. This only added to the mystery and intrigue surrounding the work done at Bletchley Park. However, in the years since the war ended, several books and documentaries have been produced that tell the story of Bletchley Park and the codebreakers who worked there. One of the most well-known works is a book titled The Secret War by Husabag Montefiore, which provides an in-depth account of Bletchley Park and its importance during World War II. Another notable work is the documentary Bletchley Park, The Codebreakers by the BBC, which features interviews with several former codebreakers as well as archival footage of the time period. These works have helped to shed light on the crucial role that Bletchley Park played in winning World War II. In recent years, there has been a growing effort to recognize the contributions of the codebreakers at Bletchley Park. In 2012, a statue of Alan Turing was unveiled in Manchester, England, commemorating his contributions to computer science and his leadership at Bletchley Park. Additionally, there is a museum dedicated to Bletchley Park and its operations located in the village of Bletchley Park in Buckinghamshire, England. So why should you care about the story of Alan Turing and the codebreakers at Bletchley Park? What does it mean for us today? Well, first and foremost, it's a story of human ingenuity and perseverance. Despite the seemingly impossible task of breaking the Enigma code, Turing and his team never gave up. They used their skills and knowledge to develop innovative solutions and make breakthroughs that were previously thought to be impossible. Secondly, it's a story of teamwork and collaboration. The codebreakers at Bletchley Park came from all walks of life, but they put aside their differences and worked together towards a common goal. They understood that the success of their mission depended on their ability to collaborate and share their skills. Finally, it's a story of courage and sacrifice. The codebreakers worked under conditions of secrecy and often didn't know the full implications of their work. They put their own safety and security on the line to help win the war and save countless lives. Their bravery and sacrifice should be remembered and honored. The story of Alan Turing and the codebreakers at Bletchley Park is a testament to the power of the human mind and the importance of recognizing the contributions of those who serve. It reminds us that even in the darkest of times, hope and innovation can prevail. As we continue to grapple with the challenges of our own time, let us be inspired by the courage, ingenuity, and collaboration of those who came before us. Let us remember that with determination and hard work, we too can overcome seemingly impossible odds and make the world a better place. So what would you do if you had the chance to go back in time and meet one of these incredible people? How would you contribute to history if given the opportunity? Share your thoughts in the comments section below and let's keep the conversation going. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit subscribe for more untold stories from history's hidden heroes. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.